Hasta la vista, baby.
Fill your hand, you son of a bitch!
Hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show, Miguel Boss. The kind of words most guaranteed to bring failure to any project.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the Arcane promos pop up on Netflix, I switched over quickly for fear I would be subjected to more know-it-alls, beating up men twice their size, and just being seen as the bestest ever. But then I started hearing good things, so I checked it out, and it turns out it was good, in fact, better than good. And with Season 2 out now, I thought I'd go back to the first series. So slutty ladies and not so gentlemen, dose yourselves with Shimmer and ready your gauntlets as we delve into Arcane Series 1. Released in November 2021, Arcane centres around the warring cities of the elite Piltover and the rundown Decaying Zone. A failed rebellion leaves two girls, Violet and Powder, orphaned, who then get taken in by Vander, voiced by JD Blank. Cut to a couple of years later, after a burglary of a Piltover apartment involving Violet, played by Hayley Stanfield, Clad, Marlowe and her little sister Powder, played by Anna Jensen Sinclair, goes wrong. Thanks to Powder's clumsiness stealing some mysterious blue balls.
What a 42-carat plonker you really are!
They are forced to evade capture, but their little escapade results in Piltover enforcers causing more trouble for Vander, who has become the main man for the people of Zone. But also deeper underground, a man named Silco experiments with a drug called Shimmer, a mutagen which could be his ticket for taking over Zone and conquering Piltover. But it turns out those blue balls belong to a guy named Jace, who created them from a mysterious crystal called the Arcane, which was given to him as a child by a mysterious hooded figure. His ambition is to harness the Arcane through science. But after being found out by the Piltover enforcers he was doing this illegally, Jace is called into the council, where he is visited by a funny little fellow named Heimerdinger who admires his ambition but warns him of the consequences. The council then exile him, demanding his research be destroyed. Jace is almost considering suicide when Heimerdinger's crippled assistant Victor offers to help, with Councillor Mel also offering to keep this secret, because she can't resist that sweet, sweet Jace ass.
Oh my.
They get to work and use the Arcane to invent the Hex Tech. Vander tries to give himself up, but that goes tits up because Silco shows up with his men, kills the guards, except for Marcus, and kidnaps Vander. V gathers the gang, Milo and Clad, and tells Jinx to stay away for her safety. Jinx isn't too happy, and after discovering the Arcane balls could be useful for little toy bombs, she decides to use them to help her friends. V and the gang attempt to rescue Vander from an underground factory, but Powder's attempts to save them results in Milo and Clad getting killed in the explosion. A wounded Vander takes Shimmer in order to rescue V before dying. V sees Powder, and it leads to this very devastating moment.
You did this? I was saving you. I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help.
I told you to stay away!
No! Why did you leave me?
Because you're a jinx!
No!
Damn, that hits the feels. Regretting what she said, she tries to go back, but Silco, who survived the attack, ends up taking her in, with V being arrested by Marcus. 7 years pass. Jace is now a respected scientist. The Hex Tech has been a success amongst the people of Piltover. Silco is now a crime lord with an empire built on his dealings of Shimmer. And Powder, played by big-eyed hottie Ella Purnell, who has embraced the nickname Jinx, is now Silco's surrogate daughter. But after a smuggling operation goes wrong, Enforcer Caitlin, voiced by Katie Leung, sets out to investigate but needs the help of an imprisoned V. V is released in order to help Caitlin get to the bottom of this. But with tensions rising between the two cities and a war looking possible, can V get to her sister before the devastating cliffhanger? The first minute of Arcane hits the feels pretty quickly. The animation on their facial expressions says more than any syllable of dialogue ever could. The character building is well written and well developed, giving you context to understand the motives of our characters and seeing how the consequences of the rivalry between Piltover and Zone changes our characters. Every actor brings their A game. Haley Stenfield, Ella Purnell, Kevin Alejandro, and the rest. JD Blank really brings warmth as Cockney Man Mountain with a hat Vander, and the relationship between him and V, Powder, Clyde and Marlowe does feel genuine. He's tough, brave, but you get why he's avoiding another rebellion. He's already lost people he cares about, and he's not about to lose the only family he has left. Mia Sinclair Janice does a good job conveying the innocence of a young Powder, who starts off as the baby of the group, skilled at creating gadgets with scrap, but also ends up being the one who botches up the job she does with V and the gang, earning her the name Jinx. But Act 2 and 3 is when the show really gets better. We see V, now a cynical, hardened convict, angry but still guilt-ridden over driving her sister away, sceptical at working with Caitlin, an idealist Piltover enforcer from a privileged background. But as they spend more time trying to find Silco, V does start to see how capable she is in a tough situation, and they do end up looking like they're falling for each other.
Oh my god.
Because like many well-written shows made by people who care about storytelling, we are actually given layers to make us care about these characters, not forced agenda gagging combined with social media shaming. Kevin Alejandro and Harry Lloyd are also great as ambitious scientists, Jason Victor, and we are given enough to understand why these guys are dabbling in something so extreme. And we see how the success of their work affects their relationship, even with Heimdinger's adorable appearance. No, seriously, look at him.
I want it!
Mark Wingett still somehow sells the performance enough for him to be taken seriously.
All my life I've pursued the mysteries of science, only to discover some are better left unsolved. This, I'm afraid, is one of them.
Jason Spisak brings real menace to Silco, but still manages to be sympathetic despite his sinister manner. The betrayal he suffered from Vander is genuinely felt through Spisak's performance.
I hated you, but you kept my respect. Until you made peace with them. Played lapdog after everything we suffered.
And the surrogate father and daughter's relationship between him and Jinx shows there is still a good man in there. The rest of the supporting actors do well, but it's Ella Purnell as Jinx who steals the show. She's insane, resourceful, inventive, but also mentally unstable, haunted by the guilt of her actions. And the fractured relationship between her and V is where the real heart of the show lies. It's so heartbreaking watching V try to bring her little sister back from the brink of insanity, only for Jinx to reject her and become more unstable. And the more plot evolves, the more we start to see the struggle these characters go through, the betrayals, the consequences through blind ambition, good intentions paving the way to hell, rivals finding a common enemy. characters forced to do reprehensible things that will haunt them forever. Damn, this show does not fuck about. It packs a lot in, but never once did it feel like overkill. And yes, we have fight scenes with Nazi-pound women beating up men twice their size, but this time it makes sense. And yes, there's elements of woke girl bossness, but the female characters are no Mary Sues. They're flawed, broken people. The action as well has that fast, frenetic, adrenaline-pumping feel that we've seen make animes look even more kick-ass. The animation blends that 2D and 3D well, bringing us visuals that vary from the surreal, the beautiful, and the bleak. If I had to nitpick, characters like Marcus and Mel were the least interesting characters, but it's still a good epic piece of TV, so overall...
This one's very, very good. You'll laugh, you'll cry, it'll change your life.
And whether you beautiful bastards are Northern, English or not, thanks for watching, and do remember to like, comment, share, subscribe and ring that bell in order to be notified. And if you wish to further support this channel, then the links are in the description below, but right now, that's me done, and I'm off to the pub.